Hello everyone. So I finally get to get back in the studio, and I made some time to just kind of do some projects, catch up on some videos, show you what's in the works, and just give all of you an update as to everything that's been going on probably over the last 6 to 8 months since I moved from Phoenix. There's been so much that has happened. One of the things that I kind of mentioned in my last video is I had an injury to my neck, back, and shoulder. So that put me out for quite a few months actually, and I'm still having to go to therapy and recovering, but I'm doing so much better that I'm able to get back into my design work, do some more videos, and I'm really excited about that. I'm sure all of you saw my latest collection. This is Sweet Sentiments. I do plan on showing how to make these cards. I thought I would show you really quick the cards that I made, and so I will be doing an upcoming video on how to make these cards. There's this one. And I thought this would be neat to put like a little gift card thing here. And then you could just do a little note on the side there. So I thought I'd make that a little gift card holder. But it's got all the nice 3D elements in the kit, so you can really make that, you know, your cards have that 3D effect. And then there is this one. And again, I thought another gift card holder. And this one. And then there was this one. I will show you how to make these cards. Really super easy to do. And, you know, if you're needing something to give even as a little present for Christmas, you could make the cards, buy some envelopes, throw the envelopes in with the kit, and just put them in a package like what I did here in a little cellophane bag, and send this off as a gift. A lot of times giving cards that are handmade as a gift are wonderful to send to people, because people always need cards to send out to their loved ones. So this just kind of, you know, makes it so they'll have something special that they can give out to friends, family, and so forth. So I'm going to show how to make these cards in an upcoming video. And then my mom and my cousin, we sat down and made these fold out, I don't know what you call them exactly, but I thought that these would work nicely inside of a journal. And the great thing about it is, one, it's super easy to make, and then, you know, I'll have the tags. By the way, this kit is going to have added content. I'm going to make some tags and some additional things in this kit, and so for those of you who've already purchased this kit, you're going to see an update, and that update is going to have all the added content. And then for those of you who haven't purchased it yet, you'll see that it's got the tags. I'm going to do some envelopes and probably some more sentiments, ephemera, that sort of thing. All right. A few other things. There was this journal that I started on before I got injured, and I do plan on continuing with it. So I'm going to use the new collection from Blue Fern that I designed, the Life vignettes, which would work perfectly with the digital from Mom with Love. And so I will be going back and continuing with this journal, and that will be coming up. And then I wanted to show you really quick some of the new items that I got in that I'm going to be using. Is I got the Studio Light Grunge stamps, but I'm going to use this one and some of the others as well. And then there was this stamp, which I love. It's called Script and Splatter. I ordered quite a few of these because I had a feeling that once I showed Like I stamped it on this envelope. Oh, this is going to be one of my favorite stamps. I will be using this stamp a lot. I love it. I love it. And it, you know, it really would go well with the new collection. So I did order quite a few of these. These are up on the site. And if you just search under Script Splatter, I'll also have the link down below in the description for you so you can find it on the site. And then this stamp, I did kind of just take a little time and relax, and I stamped it just to kind of see what it looked like. And so this one I didn't stamp perfectly, but this one was a perfect impression. So I'm going to cut that out. And these are some of the roses that I started to color, and I'm going to finish coloring. I did start carrying some Ulta new products, and this one I just, oh my gosh, I love. So these are some of the embossing folders that I got. They're so pretty. Look at those. And I will have these listed on the site as well. That's right, I got this one, which is the wallpaper art. I just thought it was so pretty. And I thought this would be fun to do a collage with. And then it has the dies that go with it. I just think that's gorgeous. There was this one, and it comes like this. It comes in this really pretty tissue paper. And you will get this whole set here, along with an inspiration guide, which shows you how to use each one of the items here. So you get an embossing folder. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? And then you'll get the layering stencils. And you'll get the stamps. I just think they're so pretty. And that's kind of what they look like, all colored. So you'll get those. And then the dies that go with. That is kind of an update of everything with the business and the new products. And I have a lot more new products which I'm going to put on the site. Okay, so I'm not sure if I want to create, I think I'm going to do a whole new journal and maybe make this like maybe a planner, travel journal, hybrid sort of thing. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm just going to start off with some regular copy paper. This is 32-pound copy paper. And I'm going to do about 10 pages or so. And I'm just folding them in half to start. And so yes, I want to decorate a whole bunch of white pages. Because sometimes, you know, the ink costs, I know, get up there. And one thing I was thinking when I did this collection is to try not to use up tons of ink when printing some of these. And then I have others that use up a little more ink. So I try to kind of balance it. So by the time you're done printing a collection, you're not having to replace all your ink cartridges. And one of the things that I do is I buy the remanufactured toner. I have a HP laser jet printer. It's an M251NW, which is an old model, but I love it. And I did find a refurbished one and I bought it as a backup. And then I think they have the newer models which they replaced, but it's my favorite printer. And the toner costs are not terribly bad. They have gone up in price a little bit from what they used to be, but I can still get them for around $70–80 for a complete set of toner. I have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to do one more. 10. Alright. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my signatures so they have 3. Well, that won't be even. I'll have to do 12. I'll have to do 12. So 10, 11, 12. Okay. So I'll have 4 signatures with 3 sheets of paper inside. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And then I might add in, depending upon what I'm going to make, I might add in some tea-stained papers, and then I have my cardstock, which is going to hold my signature pages here that I'm going to place around this, is my plan. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have a stash of leftover things that I haven't used from past projects, and I'm going to just dive in, see what I can find, and just see what we could use. Now I have a card. You know, you could make this with some cardstock. I have all these papers. Alright. So I think I might make a wide flap. Just leave this as it is. And I'm just going to cut off that border. So my first flap is going to be about 3.5 inches wide. If you're wanting to do exactly as I do. And I'm just going to take and fold this in half. I might have to cut off that edge because it's bent, curled up. I don't know if it's usable. We'll see. And I don't mind if it sticks out a little bit. Now because this is bent, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that off. So there's my first flap. And I'm just going to keep going along and creating different sized flaps is all I'm going to do here. Let's see, I don't want to cut that butterfly off. So I'll make a few here, a few thinner ones. Again, just kind of roughly doing this. These are about 2.5 to 3 inches in width. I'm taking, use that one there, and then I need some to go on the inside, kind of like that rose. Okay, so this is 3.5, 2, and 2.5 inches in width. Again, just randomly cutting these. I'm not trying to overthink it too much. I think I might put a thinner one there. And color, I'm not going to really pay too much attention to that either. I do kind of want these to overlap with one another, so I want to keep that in mind. And maybe I'll reverse these, so we'll do the wide one down here and that one on top to create some variation there. Oh, I missed that one. Do this and this. Okay, so I have my flaps. Now I'm going to want to do this for all 4 of my signatures. Okay, so the next thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some of these flaps from the collection. thought that they would look really good on the end of these flaps is my thinking. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out all of these flaps. Okay, so I have my border cut, and then there was a freebie in the newsletter, and this is just one of the pages, but it had this sentiment here that I cut out, and then I kind of liked this postcard. So I might use those. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is mat this with this decorative paper from the collection and introduce this design. And so this is going to go there. I might just go this way with this flap and create a little pocket. And then I can have my little pocket like that. Yeah. And I think I might include this one as well. So I'd have those two. And then I can create a little pocket for something in there. I'm going to glue just here. And then I will cut off the excess there. I have my envelope that I already stamped with that stamp that I showed in the beginning of the video. This one, so I just stamped with this. And I might use that because I'm thinking that might look kind of neat as a background and create a little pocket. I'm thinking, or I might fold it in. I'm not sure yet. Alright, so what I did is I went ahead and I printed out the additional items that I just sent out from the Sweet Sentiments digital collection. And so I cut all those out, and then I have my stamped image, which I went ahead and I finished it. I colored it all up, and then I cut it from the background. And I might use some of the pieces that I colored from the stamp, from the background, because this is the stamp, and it's got this background, and I cut the roses out. And I might just kind of, piece it all together for texture, kind of like the way that looks. Again, I wanted to show how you can incorporate flaps into signatures. I love doing this. One other thing that I wanted to mention is when I go to Hobby Lobby, I run to the clearance section, and a lot of times you can find planner items in their clearance section, and I like to grab those because I like to take some of those and incorporate them into my journals or this travel journal which we're creating here. So I'm going to use one of these pages, I think, and then I'm just going to cut it in half, and then I'll have my weekly inside of my travel journal. These are some of the items that came in that folder. And I did send out that update, I think it was like 2 days ago. So for those of you who purchased the Sweet Sentiments digital collection, you should see that update link in your email. For those of you who haven't purchased it yet, this all comes included. So this and the envelopes are all part of the bonus content in the collection. Got all that printed off, and then what I thought I would use as well is from the Vintage Receipts collection that I launched earlier. I have some of these papers printed out, and I have all the links down below, so if you're looking for these, you can easily find them. But the Vintage Receipts and Old Papers, this is a great collection to have So when you don't have time to tea stain your papers, it's in the digital collection, and you will have them and some old French receipts and so forth. So that comes in the collection as well. And then I did print off some of the ephemera from that collection. I thought I might use that. And I have it so the backs match up. You just flip it over, print it, and then you have a front and back. These are some of the new stamps that I'm carrying in the shop. I love this butterfly one. I think I will use it. And then this magnolia one is really pretty as well. And then I have this pink ink garden daisy stencil. I think this is fairly new. It might have came out with their last release, but I thought it was really pretty, and it would be a beautiful stencil to use to kind of spruce up some of those white pages in our journal. And then I will be using one of my Iron Orchid stamps. I haven't got to use many of them, but these are huge. This is the one I'm using right here, the chrysanthemums. No, chrysanthemums. Chrysanthemums. I don't know if I said that right. I don't know my flowers very well, but I thought that this was really pretty, and so I am going to use these stamps. Look at how nice these are. Oh, fun coloring times we will have here with these. So I do have a few of these in stock. I believe I can get more if I sell out. And if you're, wanting to purchase this stamp set, look at, they're huge. This is on a 12 by 12 sheet, and you get 2 of them. So beautiful stamps. One other thing I did do, this was in the bonus content that I sent out, is there was all these sentiments that you cut out, and I have a PNG file, so there's no background. So if you want to print this on vellum or transparency, you wouldn't have that background. And then there's a JPEG file, so it would print out white, and you can cut the sentiments out as you like. Here we go. So I have my 2 envelopes. My flower that I colored. Just kind of piece it together like that. And then we could put a little sentiment there or something. Just gonna cut this down so it fits on my page. Like 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to glue that down. And when you're, adding these papers to your blank white copy paper, it creates that durability. And sometimes I just, don't even glue the whole thing down. I might just lift it up, because then you have all this for journaling space. And this is where you might want to add in the stencil or something to kind of give a little decorative element to it, or you could just leave it white. Now, for those of you who've ordered my glue recently, I do include the little needle nose bottle with your purchase. So you would get this, and then you would get this one with it, and that comes in the order. So you do have the needle nose, that you could take and squirt that down into. I do fill it up the first time, and then you can, fill it up afterwards. But I don't really need, I'm not doing anything detail here, so save that for later. Just gonna put a strip. The other thing I found that I do like about these glue bottles, these ones in particular, is they don't clog up. Seems like the other ones clog up a little bit, especially when you're bad like me and you don't put the cap back on right away. Okay, so we have that. And then I want to create some variations here. Okay, so I found this, kind of matches with that. My roses just happen to match with this scrap piece of cardstock that I found in my stash. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. Now, might have to, this is where, for all of you, this might be one where I might want to go in and create a patterned paper, digital, for all of you to work with. So you can print it on cardstock and do something similar. And my cardstock is bent here, but I don't care because what I want to do is just create a flap. Now, let's see, I want to make sure that I have enough room there, so I'm going to go like this. Now, if it doesn't go all the way, you know, like the width isn't as long as your paper, that's okay, because we can always do something like that when we get to that section. All right. So now I have that, and this will go like so, and then I could put stuff on the back. I could glue from here to here and create a pocket, so I think I might do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my flap so I know where I want that glue, because I don't, gotta open this first. So we're going to go on the side, bottom, and up, just to create a little pocket there. And then we'll lay that down. Let's see. We have a girl sticking up, or one of the kids from the collection. That would be kind of cute. The other kiddos. We have him. He would be cute. Let's cut him out. Alright, so we could have him stick up like so. That'd be cute. Let's see, how far down do I want him to go? I could cut these flowers and stick them up. I think I might do that just for a layered effect. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to cut. I can move this up. I can put my flowers down here, maybe like so. Put my wax seal there, and we can put him and glue him right up like so. I'm going to create a little, I'm just going to cut down here just to kind of bring that one flower to the front, that little slit. I want that to go over that. Let's see about this. That might work. And so the lace that I'm using is from the lace kit number 3, and I still have tons of lace left. I bought so much of it. So I do still have kits available. So I think I'm going to do that and then throw this on that other side. Put this here. I just need a little piece just to... There. Okay, we'll put a little, that scrap piece up on his hat. So we'll put this there like so. We will put this underneath here is what I'm thinking. So I just want this bottom part right here. Just gonna do something like so. I can have a little more movement with the lace there. I think I will glue that behind it. I do have some blue too. Blue might be kind of pretty. I think I'll double layer that. So I'm just gonna put some slits here. Okay. And I think I'm gonna take another part of this blue, and we're just going to do a little bit to create that little bow there, I think, for his hat. Okay, let that dry. So I just have that little bit of lace trim that I put there and there, just little pieces. I have those little slits that I made so I can move the lace a little better. And then I'll just trim that down when it dries. The next thing I want to do is put our next layer of trim underneath the blue. So I'm just gonna again go to the back here and glue it down on this back side. And then we'll let that dry. And again, I put the slits in the lace to make it move a little more freely there. So I'm just going to let that dry. And then we can glue him down. Okay, so while I'm letting that dry, I thought I would try to find what wax seals I want to use here. I have this kind of greenish gold color, and I think that that will work perfectly. So I think I might use that, and then I just have to find what seal I want to use. I have a dragonfly here. I was kind of hoping for a rose. I don't know if I have a rose or not. Let's see here. I have a butterfly. That one might work, the leaf one. I have two tree ones. Oh, here's a rose. Yay! Perfect. So we have the first part of our signature coming along nicely. I actually have these wax beads that I think I will use. I'll just pour some down into the spoon. Thing is, I cannot find my tea light candles, so I'm going to have to run to the Dollar Tree, which we just got here in Shoto, which I'm thrilled about, and get some tea light candles. So I'll have to go and do that. But before I do that, I might as well finish gluing him down onto here. And then we'll have to do something to make this other side pretty. But we will have our flap done. I just want to put a little bit of glue here, maybe there, just on that edge there. I went to the Dollar Tree and I got some tea light candles, and I went ahead and I made my wax seals. I can show you really quick how I did this. These are kind of nice because they melt pretty quick, and so I just do like half a scoop of the little wax beads here. And I know that you can do like the glue ones with the glue guns. Those ones are kind of nice too. But this was pretty simple, I have to say. And I have this that this can rest on, but it kind of sits down in there too deep. So I didn't really end up using that, and I just hold it over the candle. Just spilled all these beads. I'm just gonna do my little tea light candle here. And these, again, melt pretty quick. And I have it set on some wax paper. And so I'm just gonna hold this above here. So you can see that they melt pretty nice. I mean, just kind of hold it right on the flame there. And it does smoke a little bit. So I have the window open. All right, and now it's ready to pour. So I just want to do enough for my one, and I think like half a scoop seems to be just perfect. So I let that sit there for a second. And then I'm going to go ahead and press that in there. Let it sit for a second. And I got a perfect impression. There's my perfect wax seal. Turned out perfect. All right, so I think I'm just gonna do a few and call that good. I'm gonna glue that down onto there. And just place that face up there. The other thing I thought I could do is I took some of this blue trim, and again, this is from Lace Kit number 3, and I just cut off the edge there. I thought I might put that right up there, kind of tie everything together. I'm going to use this blue trim again, and I just cut off the edge again. I have some scrap pieces, and I'm just going to use these scrap pieces up on top there. And then I have this leftover piece. It's kind of a irregular looking piece. But I thought I could use that kind of like so, and then I have my scrap pieces left over from when I cut out the image, my stamped image. So I colored it first, and then I just distressed it. And I think I might just do something kind of like so. I think I'm going to use this. Kind of have that sticking through too. You know what? I think I'm going to cut out this flower, and I'm going to use it on the other side just to kind of tie in that colored look. And this is where I thought it might be kind of fun to add in that flower just to kind of tie it in with this side. Some other ideas that I had for this is I had these card flaps that came in the kit. And that's, I mean, you could use these for tuck spots in your journal. It doesn't even have to be necessarily the card flap. But I had that one cut out, and where's the other one? And this one. And I'm thinking this one might use it. So I do that. I have to make sure I'm able to open the envelope. It's like really important. So I might glue it down here and just have it kind of peek through. So I think I might glue that down, and I can create a little pocket there as well. Okay, and that will go there. So that will be like that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. I think I'm going to use this one. And let's see, I got my one flap there. And I think I'm going to just put this like there or something. Or I can even do it there. That looks kind of neat. Okay, so I went ahead and I printed these on my shipping labels. There's 2 shipping labels per sheet. I think that is on there perfectly. First side of this. And then my second side here. Which I will have to cut down a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take him and I'm going to flip him so I can put him on the back side. And then I will send it to all of you so you can, if you're doing this, you can do, you know, the same thing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I went ahead and I flipped the image, and again, I will send these as another update to the Sweet Sentiments digital collection. So when you see that, it's going to be all of these images flipped. So when we go further on with this project, you can take and, you know, for the other side here, you know, apply this so you can see the image on both the front and back and have it double-sided. You could print it double-sided and save yourself time from having to match everything up. So you can run it through your printer this way and then flip it over, run it the other way, and then you'd have your front and your back, which is what I should have done here. And I will demonstrate that on the next one. I can put this here, down here, kind of go like so. I really need to cover up that rough spot right there. Clean up that edge there. Let's see, I can create a little pocket there or something. I kind of like that. I kind of like the looks of that. I did that, and then let's see, I could do a little ticket or something. Oh, I did have this too. Forgot about this. That might just... I don't know. I need a little flower here or something just to cover up that mess there. I have this. Could use that. It's a little piece of embroidery. So I could do that, and then have this. I could put some washi tape down here maybe. And then create a pocket for this to go through. I might just actually do this. Do blue all the way across. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that all down. And then I have this down here. And the flower. Now this I'm going to glue down carefully because I want to create that pocket there for this. So I'm thinking like to have it kind of held like so. So I just want to glue down that bottom half there. So like from here about halfway up my pocket. And then this should slide right through like so. We put in a ticket or, you know, little something extra. If you know you wanted to, you could do that. Anyway, now we have that front and backs of our flap done. And so it would go like this. So this, and then you'd flip it and you would have that. See how cool that is? And it just adds a nice little decorative cover or element to your signature page. So you have all this for journaling here, but you still have this really pretty decorative, you know, element to your journal. And you have a few tickets that here that you can journal on as well. So I'm going to go ahead and call that good for this video, and then I will be back and start on the next section of this. And you know, I might add a few extra elements here and there Do something like that. It'll look kind of cool. Kind of tie in some of that pink. So I hope that gives you some ideas, you know, on how you can work with flaps. This is just the first flap that we did. And again, I will have these printables so that you have the mirror image of them. So you'll be wanting to look out for that email with that download link for those images. And I think that's, again, that's going to be about it for now. I'm debating if I want to glue that down on there or not. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll use it on this side. We'll see. I'm just going to leave it for now. All right, so thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, you know, just leave a comment and let me know how you like these videos, and we'll catch you back with the next video. Thank you for watching.